Your bridal eyebrows and eyes can either make or break your entire look. And today I'm showing you how to get them flawless, smudge proof, and absolutely camera ready, even if you are a beginner. Let's get in. Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mamus Ate. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome. If you are a bride or a makeup artist, or you just want that clean, soft glam eyes with perfect brows that will last all day, this video is for you. Today I will be walking you through my updated bridal eyebrows and eyeshadow routine step by step. Everything is beginner friendly, detailed, and designed to last through sweat, tears, and long wedding hours. Now that brings me to what I am doing now, like right now. As you can see, I am lining our brows. For bride, I love to use gel liner. Reason because gel liner is sweat proof and it does not clean easily except you use a makeup remover. Eye pencil usually cleans and fades off easily. Most times you see people hugging the bride on the wedding day, on traditional marriage day, and then their eyebrows is fading off even before the event starts. So this tip I'm dishing out to you is important for bridal eye makeup. So let's start with the brows. As you can see, bridal brows should be soft, structured, and natural, not too harsh. Okay, and then of course you need to brush the hair upward with a spoolie brush, but right here there is no hair here, so what I'm doing is that I am applying the brow gel on the brows. The important tip here is that if your skin is oily, lightly set your brows with powder first. This step helps to stop smudging. Okay, and then tip number 2 you should know is mapping out the brows, brow mapping and outline, and that is exactly what I am doing now. I am using a brow gel to outline. Like I first of all outline the bottom line first, and then before I lightly define, and then I did the top. Okay, and then the excesses remaining on the brows, I just use it inside. Always try to avoid a bossy front. Okay, keep your brows soft, natural for bridal look. Okay, and it's also important that you fill in the brows using my angle brush to create light feather stroke in the brows. Okay, and then another tip you should know is that the front of the brows should always be lighter than the tail. This gives that soft bridal finish. Okay, as you can see, the beginning of the brow is not as dark as the end part of the brows. Please take note of this. It will really help your brow game to change. Okay, now this next step is very important. Okay, now I am cleaning under the brow with a concealer that is close to our skin tone. Okay, this is optional. Some people don't like to clean under the brows, but for me it's a must because you can see this part of the brows that are highlighted and the other parts that have not highlighted. This part obviously is more beautiful and more cleaner. Okay, so you need to blend this, apply concealer under the brow bone, and then blend gently. Don't go too bright, it can look harshy in photos. Okay, so when I'm done applying the concealer with my angle brush, I just go in with another flat brush like this one, and I'm just blending gently. Okay, you want to do this step carefully so that you don't mistakenly clean off your eyebrows, because oftentimes when you are done having a nice brow, when blending you just go and clean it off by mistake. To correct that mistake is usually difficult, and then it's always advisable that after each concealer application, always apply powder. So that particular brush that I use in blending the concealer is the same brush that I'm using to apply a shade of powder on the brow bone to blend it, and this helps to calm down the concealer shine. Okay, it helps to also keep your eyebrows matte all day. So always remember to apply powder on your concealer. Do not forget these tips. Now for bridal eyes, prep is everything. Okay, apply eyeshadow primer or concealer on your lid to prep the eyes. Okay, and then I usually do this with a soft, flat, fluffy brush, and I like to blend the eyeshadow primer thoroughly on one eyes before moving to the other eyes. And my favorite eyeshadow primer that I use is Ben 9 Clown, and this eyeshadow primer, I love how it's easy to blend, and it makes your eyeshadow to really last long because it's not creasy. No, it helps to prevent creasing. Okay, and it helps to keep your eyeshadow in place all day. So that's another importance of applying an eyeshadow primer. It helps your eyeshadow to last all day long. So my transition shade for the eyeshadow, I'm starting with a soft neutral brown as my transition shade. Okay, and I'm using the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. I love this eyeshadow palette. Aside the fact that it is pigmented, it's in a size that can fit into your handbag, into your small purse, just in case you need to do that touch up on your eyes. But trust me, with this eyeshadow primer as your eye base, you do not need any touch up on those eyes. Those eyes are going to be staying for 24 hours plus. No shifting, no moving, no cracking, no breaking. Okay, that's the thing about applying eyeshadow primer before your eyeshadow. And you can see that it's even easy to blend. You just tap gently, apply in the crease, and then when you are done applying your eyeshadow in the crease, it's important that you go back and you blend in a winged shade motion. Okay, that's exactly what I am doing. When it comes to eye makeup, blending is key. Take your time here. Okay, don't rush it. Take your time to blend those eyes properly. Blend the eyes in a way they are no harsh line. And then when I'm done with that, I went into my Annie's Beauty nude eyeshadow palette. Like this eyeshadow palette, Annie's Beauty did a thing with this. Okay, and I'm just applying that deeper shade. I focus on the outer corner first, and then I build slowly, and I'm not applying too much. If you really want your eyeshadow to last long, please learn to go in section by section. And then it's time for me to apply my highlighter, and this highlighter is from the Fenty Beauty. Have you ever applied highlighter on your eyes as eyeshadow base before? If you have ever applied highlighter as your eyeshadow, let me know in the comment section, because this is one professional tip most people do not know. Okay, if you're looking for that glowy brighter eyes, this highlighter is your go-to. As soon as you apply highlighter on the eyes will be popping, and you know what, they are very easy to blend and they stay in place all day long. It is perfect for bridal. Oftentimes for traditional marriage, I usually apply highlighter as eyeshadow instead of pigment, because pigment, when not properly applied, they can cause lots of fallout on the face, and they can lead to making your eye makeup look dirty. But you can see that with highlights, they are not rough, they are not any form of rough fallout on the skin, and they are easy to blend. And this highlighter is from the Fenty Beauty. When I was done applying highlighter on the eyes, I went into the under eyes, lower eyes, and I just applied the highlighter also on a tear dot. This is important for people with small eyes. And then when I was done with that, I went back into my eyeshadow palette to further take a bit of the powder that I used to highlight the eyebrows, and I just blend. Blending is key. Take your time to blend, not a hurry. When it comes to makeup, see, whether skin, whether eyeshadow, whether eyebrows, whether lipstick, whatever it is you are doing in makeup application, make sure you build slowly, and make sure you have the habit of always going back to do a touch up and do a proper sweep, proper blending, and trust me, in no time you will be a pro. Improve on your blending game, okay? Blend, blend, blend. Blending is key in makeup artistry, okay? Okay, next off, I went into my Tehila gel liner, black gel liner, and I used my angle brush to apply the black gel liner on the water liner. This part of the eyes is called the water liner, okay? The water eyeliner, because when you cry, you know, and from there tears starts. You know what I mean. Okay guys, so what I did on the one eyes, I did on the other eyes. Is always important to balance both. When I was done, I went into my Zara mascara. Important tip for bridal eye look is that you should avoid chunky glitters, okay? Go for elegant and smooth shine. As you can see, there are no chunky glitters on our eyelid, but you can see the eyes shiny and glowy, okay, because of the eyeshadow that I used. And then always go back to apply mascara on the eyelash, because you don't want those fallout of eyeshadow that are on the lashes to just be on the lashes. It's not nice. It won't tell well of your work, and it will look as if you did a dirty job, okay? So guys, what do you think about this look? And then always choose eyelash that enhances and not overpower the eyes. And this is me going back to do the final finishing. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, are you a bride or a makeup artist? Are you looking forward to trying this look? Let me know, okay? Thanks for watching till now. If you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. Pity us, I beg, may you subscribe, okay? You can see I went back into my eyeliner and I did a final finishing on the eyelash and eyeliner. So this is another reason why you need to keep blending till you achieve the perfect eye look, okay? We are done, and here is my beautiful client. Don't you love what you see? I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, be happy, smile often, and bye guys. Subscribe. Bye.